Hey everybody, it's Derek back with another episode of Small Business Social Secrets. And I don't know if you know who's sitting across from me right now. This is Shauna Causey. Hi Shauna, how are you?
Hey everybody. Hey Derek.
So, Shauna, there's been a lot of interesting things going on in your life. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you got going on and what you do?
Yeah. So right now I'm consulting with a couple large retail clients, and I just recently, in the last couple weeks, left Nordstrom leading their social media efforts.
Okay, so we knew you from Nordstrom's, obviously.
And before that, Comcast.
Yes, you've done a lot of great stuff at both of those companies. What kind of experience do you think that's given you working at those larger corporations in the social media world?
Well, it's given me a really good understanding of all of the tools out there, as well as a chance to help build strategy really for the first time around what a social media presence looks like for a large company. So I'm really thankful for the opportunity, and I've had the chance to work with some really amazing people. So it's a little bit surreal. I feel very lucky.
That's awesome. And what do you think that they took from you being in that role? Because obviously, were you the first person? I know that, like with Comcast, they were kind of the first big companies who were known in the social media space. Were you part of that initial team?
Yeah, so Frank and I worked together. Frank was on the customer service side, and I was on the PR and marketing side, communication side, and we worked together on social media pretty closely.
Okay. And then going over to Nordstrom's, you initiated that team, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a brand new team. So we built the social media team just over a year ago, and now it's 6 people, just managing social for Nordstrom.
And what was the acceptance internally from the social media perspective?
Well, I think you're at the point where you can no longer ignore social and digital and how important that is for a big company. So there was a lot of, the company was hungry to learn more and to evolve in that space, and I felt really lucky that I happened to be available during that time to help them.
Do you think that they have gone beyond just we have to have followers and likes and actually have strategy to prove like the ROI of social organization?
The way that we measured everything was around engagement. So while fan numbers are very important and you have to look at those, what we really looked at was how do we increase engagement for every post and everything that we do. And then we know that the follower count will come as a result of that. And even more important now is combining that with paid media, combining the content strategy and the content ideas with a paid presence as well.
So that's the next kind of evolution within social is, combining the quote-unquote free media, but it's not always free, with that actual, the SEM stuff that you're doing on Google.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to separate the two anymore, and because now you can create this amazing content and then you can highlight it and have it be seen to friends of friends very easily with a small budget.
Right. So we obviously talked a little bit offline about what this series was about. We're trying to help our clients understand from a small business perspective of how to utilize social media, or what they should at least be thinking about. So the question is, if you were starting a small business or a nonprofit, because you do a lot of nonprofit work, with the social knowledge that you have in your head right at this moment, how would you approach that? What would you do?
I think one of the most important things that a small business or a nonprofit can do is figure out who your biggest fans or advocates are. And they're out there and they're pretty easy to find. So who are your 50, your 100, those people who are like your inner circle, and they're passing along your information and spreading it and sharing the word. And what I usually tell nonprofits, probably the most important piece of advice they've given back to me that I've told them is to create an advisory board based on a small group of some of those advocates, because there are people out there who would love to give back, provide feedback to your company or your business or your nonprofit, and also be in the inner circle of learning what's coming up and how they can help you and help spread the word. And I think that can be anything from a light model to just keeping in touch via email or meeting once in a while to a full-on ambassador or influencer program.
So it's kind of the doubling effect of you being the conduit and then utilizing that network to kind of spread that word or that message whatever you're trying to get out there.
Yeah, just bringing people into the fold and giving them a chance to get to know you better because they want to. Your biggest fans really want to.
So is it a matter of just asking for that? I mean, maybe in the offline world.
Yeah, really it's identifying who they are, making sure that you're engaging online and social and offline, and then asking if there are other ways that, really saying, hey, probably inviting them in. Number one, they would love to come in and meet the team. When I consulted with Google for a little while, we created an ambassador program for them and brought these influencers into Google, and they just loved the chance to give feedback to Google. I mean, this is Google, so it's a little bit different, but every business has that.
Yeah, but people don't realize that people really, if they are asked to come in and give their perspective on a company, even whether it's big or small, people like to do that.
Yeah.
Because the benefit is so great to them too, because they get to give. I hate this product because it doesn't do X. I love this product because it does Y.
Yeah.
So,
and I think about, even for me, the top 20 brands, whether it's a small restaurant in my neighborhood or whether it's Nordstrom, and if these companies had asked me to give feedback, I would have loved to help them.
That's awesome. Well, we appreciate your time. We wish you continued success in your endeavors, and thanks for giving some advice to our group.
Thanks, Eric.
Yes.